If you want to get better at pull-ups, then follow this exact program I'm going to give to you. That's going to ensure, for one, you can do pull-ups with more total weight on a belt, and two, you can perform more body weight reps. So let's get into it. So first things first, you're going to want to develop a basic strength base before you hop into this program. I'm going to advise you can perform about 3 sets of 10 reps of pull-ups with good form, with about 3 minutes of rest in between each set. Now that doesn't have to be exact, so if you can get 3 sets of 9 pull-ups, you can still hop into the program. Just use 3 sets of 10 as a rough guide. When you can get around that number, then you're ready to jump into the program. So for the program itself, you're going to be performing pull-ups 2 days a week. Monday and Thursday, or Tuesday and Friday, or Wednesday and Saturday. It doesn't really matter what days you do. Just make sure you get around 2 to 3 days of rest in between each session. And your sessions are going to be split up into 2 categories. One day is going to be heavy weight with low reps, and the next day is going to be lighter weight with higher reps. So the first session of the week is going to be your heavy day, where the main focus of the session is to move as much weight as you possibly can with good form. For the sake of this program, we're going to stick with 5 reps on this day. 5 reps is a nice blend between pure strength work and hypertrophy work. 5 reps is the very bottom of the hypertrophy rep range, but it's still heavy enough to train your nervous system for strength, and it's not so high in reps that cardiovascular fatigue will kick in, or the burn in your muscles will stop you from reaching true muscular fatigue. So 3 sets of 5 reps is the main goal of this heavy day. So for this day, you're going to do either a shoulder width neutral grip or a shoulder width pronated grip, hands over. I would advise the pronated grip because, for one, you can lift the most weight with that grip, and 2, it's easier on your wrist and elbow joints. But regardless of that, do one or the other, perform a grip that you can lift the most weight with. So like I just mentioned, the rep and set scheme for this day is 3 sets of 5 reps. So choose a weight that you can perform about 6 to 8 reps with, and then perform 3 sets of 5 reps. We're starting off lighter with the weight on this day because over the coming weeks, we're going to be increasing the weight every week, and also undershooting the weight for the first few weeks is not going to fatigue you as much as going to complete muscular failure. So you're going to be able to milk out the progression for longer and get more practice in with quality reps. Once you can perform 3 sets of 5 reps with a given weight, then the next heavy session, 7 days on from that day, you're going to increase the total amount of weight on the belt by 1.25 kilo, which is the smallest plates that you have at the gym. And then the next session, you're going to again perform 3 sets of 5 reps with that new weight. If you can achieve all of those sets with 5 reps, then the following week you add another 1.25 kilo to the total amount of weight. And then basically you repeat that process week in, week out. And that is the bulk of the work on your heavy day. The next step for this day is completely optional, so only do this if you can recover optimally by your next session. And that is to add 2 back-off sets with slightly higher reps. These back-off sets will give you a nice amount of volume and muscle growth stimulus that's going to support you with your heavy weight. So the goal for these 2 back-off sets is to get 2 sets of 10 reps. So start off with just body weight if that's challenging enough, or if that's too hard for you, use a resistance band or a pull-up assisted machine. And then once you can get those 2 sets of 10 reps, then the next week you add a total of 1.25 kilo to the weight belt, or you use a slightly less heavier resistance band if you're doing resistance bands pull-ups. So the principle is the exact same as you're doing on your heavy 5 rep sets of pull-ups. When you can get the desired amount of reps on all of your sets, you increase the weight with the smallest weight plate in the gym. Now, like I said, these 2 back-off sets are completely optional. If 3 sets of 5 are challenging enough and they just end up kicking your ass, then that is plenty to stimulate a growth and strength response. But if you're a superstar and you can perform those extra 2 sets and still recover by next session, by all means go for it. The next session in the week is going to be a lighter day, so we're going to be performing higher reps. So we're going to start off with body weight only, but the grip we're going to do is a standard wide grip, so a few inches outside of your shoulder width. The wider grip is a much harder variation than the pull-up we're doing on our heavier days. So even though it's a lighter day, your reps are going to be relatively low to begin with. But because we're only performing bodyweight reps, our recovery is going to be much easier. And because we're doing a wide grip, the joint angles are going to be different compared to the pull-ups on the heavier day, therefore making it easier on your wrist and elbow joints. You're not repeating the same pull-up over and over again and really beating up your ligaments, your tendons and your joints. The main goal of this day is to get a ton of volume in to really hypertrophy the muscles that are involved in the pull-up. So your lats, your biceps and some of your upper back. So the rep and set scheme for this day is going to be 3 to 5 sets of 10 reps. So 3 sets at the absolute minimum and 5 sets at the absolute maximum. Most likely for the first few weeks or even the first few months, all of your sets are going to be under 10 reps. Therefore, giving you a ton of time to make progression with your body weight only. Also, this lighter day acts as a nice mental break from your heavier days, so you can really focus on the form, the squeeze and the stretch of the pull-up and not worry about burning out or psychologically burning yourself out from repeating heavy sets over and over again multiple times throughout the week. And then once you can complete 3 to 5 sets of 10 reps, then the next week you add 1.25 kilo total weight to the belt. So the exact same progression scheme we're following on the heavier day, we're doing it on the lighter day. So don't get too caught up in the amount of weight you can lift on this day. Let progressive overload naturally take its course. So when you can comfortably perform your 3 to 5 sets of 10 reps, then you increase the weight by 1.25 kilo. But the main goal of this day is to get quality volume in. We really want to hypertrophy those back muscles and the biceps and really teach your body how to perform the pull-up with textbook form. And that is the complete pull-up program there. So you're performing the pull-up 2 days a week, 1 heavier day of 5 reps and 1 lighter day of 10 reps or even more than 10 reps if you really wanna. So if you wanna go up to 15 or 20 reps on your lighter day, there's no set in stone rule that you have to do 10 reps or you'll get no gains. No. Just use 10 reps as a bottom base mark. If you want to go over that, then do it. If you want to stay at 10 reps, then stay there. But just remember, heavy day and a lighter day. Perform that for a few months, even up to a year or plus, and you're going to make a ton of gains. You're going to be able to do pull-ups with a fuck ton of weight, and you're going to be able to perform a lot of reps of the pull-ups. So if you want to show off to people in the park or wherever of how many reps of pull-ups you can do, this program will ensure you can do both of those things. And also your back's going to get stupidly big with this program, okay? You're doing both ends. You're going super heavy, lifting superhuman weights, and you're performing high reps, really getting that pump work in. So with all that being said, try it out for yourself and see you go from there. Until next time, peace.